Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Monday, July 18th, 2016, around 5:37 in the afternoon in Billerica, Massachusetts. It was rainy now, but it ended now, so we got not too much beneficial rain, a downpour maybe about 15 minutes, and it cooled off the temperatures considerably. Tuesday and Wednesday, nice and dry weather, but by the end of the week, heat and humidity continue to build. Could be 100 on Saturday. Some news to report. The Minnesota Twins fired general manager Terry Ryan. They're having an awful season. And LeBron James notified the Cleveland Cavaliers he's going to return for another season. He's going to sign a new contract. And Yahoo Sports Radio is going to be rebranded as SB Nation Radio on August 1st. And sad news to report in the world of country music. Country music singer Bobby Brown passed away at the age of 76. So prayers to her family. And that's about it on the news. My second video blog subject of the day is about professional wrestling house shows or live events. House shows usually take place when there's no television cameras present, and they are for the live crowd, and they're all over the place. They go to the big arenas or small venues, and house shows have been around for many years. The basics of a house show is that there's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 matches on the card usually. There's a world title match and a couple of other title matches, plus mid-card matches and preliminary matches. And usually house shows titles do not change hands, maybe once in a while, but for the most part they don't, because they want television cameras present. For many years, the regional territories, WWE, WCW, Championship Wrestling from Florida, Georgia Championship Wrestling, Mid-South, World Class, etc., would go to this territories to have the house shows. I think the biggest house shows they had in WWE were either at Madison Square Garden or Boston Garden or Philadelphia. And in Georgia Championship Wrestling, the Omni in Atlanta, Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, Greensboro Coliseum, Championship Wrestling from Florida, the Omni in Tampa Bay. Eventually it would go to the Bayfront Center. The Mid-South Coliseum would be the Municipal Auditorium, or the Super Shows would be at the Superdome. And World Class Championship Wrestling would have it at Reunion Arena, and the AWA would usually have their big house shows in Minneapolis, and Memphis territory would have it at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis. And usually they would have the big house shows at the number one arena once a week or maybe once a month. When WCW and WWE went national, they went to house shows they went to arenas throughout the country, coast to coast. And sometimes in the 1980s, the WWE would have an A crew, a B crew, and a C crew. The A crew would work the major arenas. The B crew would work secondary arenas. And the C crew would probably work the smaller arenas. And sometimes the house shows will get maybe some new talent involved, or if there was a gimmick change gonna happen, or a heel turn or a face turn, they would show it to the crowd to see if they accepted it or rejected it. And usually the house shows would maybe be sometimes half full of capacity or maybe sold out. From the 1970s through the 1990s, Madison Square Garden usually televised its house shows on the MSG network, and other ones, including Philadelphia and Boston, were filmed as well. They stopped doing it in the 1990s when house show attendance plummeted, and WCW never televised any house shows for a regional sports network, and the house show business kind of went back strong in the 1990s and 2000s. But at one time, the house shows were a significant amount of money that pro wrestling territory created, because usually the television programs, the interviews hyped the people to go to the house shows. But by the early 1990s, the most significant part of like the professional wrestling leagues money was made by pay-per-view or merchandising, so the house shows were like third for the most generating money. When WCW went out of business, WWE, still did the house shows, which they changed them to live events, and sometimes the live events get decent crowds, but other times they get less than half capacity. And they usually only go to arenas for WWE maybe twice or 3 times a year. They don't go to the TD Garden monthly or MSG monthly anymore, or Philadelphia. They just go to different towns every week or so, and the house show circuit now is basically probably just to pop a crowd, in my humble opinion. And that's about it on house shows. I'll be back for the third and final video blog of the night, which is my personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is Pro Football Hall of Famer Jim Kelly. Like I always say, keep calm, everybody. And I'm a Julie Butter guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO Oxen has nice legs. Elizabeth Hutt, so stunning, she's the best. Amy Swansea, so awesome. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 in New York rocks, and of course she's got nice legs. And Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent, and her legs are so nice. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get out! Don't forget Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. If you want any shout-outs or plugs, private message me. And if you want a video blog subject you want me to talk about, send it to me, because it could be, I could say it, I could do it at any time. There's one in the hopper for September. It's about like presidential candidates, so look out for that in September when we get to presidential election season. Have a good day. Bye now.